Well, hello everybody, and happy Daylight Savings Time Day to you. This is Dr. Dick Pritchard from Columbus, Ohio. You're listening to our CTFO Rockstar Team Training for March the 14th, 2021. Hope you're all having a great morning. Let's get going. If you're new, you may wonder what CTFO is. Okay. Well, it's a bunch of things, but first of all, it's a nutritional products and wellness company. If you belong to CTFO as a business, what you're trying to do is make sales of those nutritional products. Okay, that's the only way you make money. There's no magic thing that makes money fall out of the sky. Money is made when products are sold. Secondly, CTFO is a wholesale buyers club. You can join for free and get wholesale prices on any of our products. The company does not kick you out for not buying product. Once you join, you're a member for life unless you literally call up customer support and tell them to cancel your account, okay? Doesn't matter whether you're on monthly shipment or you just occasionally buy or whatever. So it's a wholesale buyers club. Thirdly, of course, it is a network marketing business. So I'm not going to shy away from that term. It's a good company run by good people. I know the founders. I've known them for a long time. They pay themselves the same way they pay you and me. So it's a very honest company, but that's what CTFO is all about. So it's really about health and wealth. If you don't have your health, your wealth won't do you much good. And if you don't have any wealth, it may cause your health to suffer. But the basic deal here is the more you shop, the more you save, the more you share with other people, the more you earn. That's how it works, okay? Well, how do you build a business? If you want to do that, you can just be a customer, a wholesale customer, if you want. But if you want to build a business, it's really very simple. Number one, be an active member. What does that mean? It means mostly that you're on automatic shipment or monthly shipment for at least one $47.47 product. You can be on monthly order for more than that if you want, but that's the minimum to be considered active, okay? You must be a consumer, a product of your own products, okay? If you're not willing to do that, then you're probably in the wrong business. We have more than 80 products to choose from, so almost anybody can find one that they're willing to buy every month. Number two, you must advertise your business, not any different from any kind of business. In this case, what you're trying to do when you advertise is bring in new members. You cannot get paid anything unless you bring in people who buy product, who bring in people who buy product, who bring in people who buy product. That's how it works. So you must advertise your business. On the next chart, I'll talk about how you can advertise. Number three, you want those new members to do number one and number two, so you must follow up with those new members. Okay, you can do that by email, phone, text, whatever. We actually have a welcome letter you can send to your new members if they live in the USA, okay? Not appropriate for those outside the USA, but that welcome letter, it actually encourages them to do number one and offers them a free deal to start doing number two. What do you do after you do this? Just keep doing the same things. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Keep doing, repeat until you're making all the money you want to make. It's really that simple. Don't complicate it. How do you advertise? Okay. Well, let's talk about What's free? Word of mouth. Tell people you know about your website and about your products. That doesn't cost you anything. If you have no money, and we have, excuse me, we have people all the time who come in and say, well, I joined for free, but I don't have any money. How do I make any money? Open your mouth. That's how. If you have no money, this is really almost the only way you can advertise. Number two, you can give away our product samples. We have 4 products that actually come in sample sizes. Our coffee creamer, our exfoliator skincare product, and our 10X Pure Gold CBDA pain cream. Any one of those can be given away for about $1 per sample. And so what some people do is order the samples as their monthly order, and then they give them away. And of course, then the price of their product becomes a tax-deductible business expense. You can do this even with just people you know. You can actually mail the samples. Be careful about the exfoliator and pain cream because they can get squashed. But the coffee and the creamer, you can put them in the mail, no problem, okay? Mail them to family members and friends who live somewhere else, all right? Very inexpensive to do. Number 3, you can use our postal mail systems. We have a free postcard system, and we have a postal profit system which does letters, okay? You can use those systems if you want. Anybody in our entire group can use them. They're not required to use them, but they can. Number 4, you can use print ads. We have flyers that you can mail or use as print ads, or you can create your own print ad if you want. We have people who do this. The print ad just needs to drive people to your website. Our flyers have an option for them to mail in a coupon and join for free, okay? Finally, you can advertise online. This is something we're looking at a little more closely these days, because the truth is when people come in by mail, a lot of times they will say, well, I don't have email, I don't have a computer, and so on. The bottom line is, in order to successfully pursue a CTFO business, you must have email and you must have internet access. You can get all that for free at your public library, but you must be willing to go down there and get it, okay? So advertising online has the advantage of all the people who respond, okay, do have internet access and probably email, okay? I'm going to talk a little bit more about the testing I'm doing with advertising online, but basically it involves either posting what are called solo ads, places like Craigslist, that kind of thing, or buying what are called clicks, visits to your website from vendors. You need to be very careful about buying clicks. There's a lot of vendors out there who will sell you garbage. Every week I see new members who sign up when I download them that obviously are fake people, okay? And most of them are usually, I see that there'll be 10 or 20 of them enrolled under the same person, all right? So be careful. All right, why do we use direct mail? Well, direct mail works best when you have other people mailing with you. If you're mailing all by yourself, it's going to be very slow and painful. So the first thing you need to do if you want to use direct mail is Contact your warm market. Use that word of mouth. Talk to people you know. Ask your friends and family to go join for free under you as a favor. So you don't have to buy anything. Just go join for free under me, and that will help me out, even if you don't buy anything. And if they don't understand that, refer them to the pay plan. Hey, go watch the part about profit-sharing positions, okay? That'll blow their minds. When you do this, of course, some of the people who sign up under you will do nothing. Some of them will decide they want to try one of the products, and they may periodically buy something, a coffee or a pain cream or something. Some will say, hey, this looks pretty cool. I want to do this. And that little group forms the core of your warm market team. Secondly, direct mail allows you and your little team, all right, and your growing team. If your warm market guys do number one, first two, you'll have a growing warm market team. But it lets you and your team approach all those people you don't know. The cold market. There's lots and lots of those out there. The problem with the cold market is you have to reach out to them in some way. Mail is one of the ways to do that, but they are not as receptive as your warm market. You may think your warm market is negative. The cold market is even more so. All right, so the percentages go down quite a bit when you move from warm market to cold market, because they've never heard of you, they've never heard of me, they've probably never heard of CTFO, maybe never even heard of CBD or any of the other things we sell. So it's a little tougher to deal with cold market, and that's one of the reasons you want a team mailing with you. Number three, anybody can mail a letter or a postcard with no training. That's very important. It means that even brand new people can get started advertising by mail. Okay, the only thing they need is some money. Okay, it's not free. What all this means is that using direct mail is duplicatable, easily copied, all right? So new people can start doing it right away, and it builds on the work of other people. You don't have to mail all the postcards or all the letters. You have other people mailing with you and effectively mailing for you because they are under you. That's called leverage. Leverage is an important way to build any large business. The more you have, the bigger your business will get. Okay, does it work? Yes, it absolutely works for everybody except those who quit mailing. When you quit mailing, you quit advertising. So, if you request your 250 free postcards and names, and you throw those in the mail and you never mail any more postcards, it won't work for you, okay? You must mail continuously, week after week after week. We recommend 17 postcards a day if you're going to do postcards. That's about 100 a week. If you're not willing to do that, if you can't afford to do that, then mail is not the right way for you to proceed. I want to talk about discounted pack strategy. This is really important this week, and I'll tell you why. When you go to make a single order, all right, you'll see that you can get a discount if you spend so much more, okay? If you spend up to $350, you get a 5% discount. That's a silver pack. $600, 10% discount. That's a gold pack. $1,200, 15%, that's a platinum pack. And during your first 10 days as a new member, you can save an additional 10% on any purchase, whether it's a pack or not. And so that's an incentive for people to buy larger amounts of product. If you want to use this strategy and get your pack pay, you must be pack qualified. So, number one, buy one pack for yourself. It can be silver, gold, or platinum. Doesn't matter. But if you must be pack qualified. This week we had a brand new member who bought a platinum pack. Guess what? The person who sponsored them was not pack qualified, so the person above them is going to get the $200 pack bonus. You want to be pack qualified, okay? So, number two, enroll your spouse or other family member directly under you, okay? This is a second position that you can use to implement the discounted pack strategy. If you don't have a spouse or a family member living with you, you can create an LLC or a sole proprietorship business and enroll that under you. That is legal and okay in CTFO. The only requirement is that the LLC or sole proprietorship must have a different email address and a different tax ID. You don't know how to get a free tax ID? Call me. Don't call me. Email me, and I will show you where you can go have your friends at the IRS give you one for free, okay? So number three, buy all your additional products under your family member as discounted packs. Of course, keep yourself on auto ship. Your family member can be on auto ship if they want something every month, that's fine, but that's not required, okay? So every time you want to stock up on coffee, keto shakes, keto creamer, CellUV, 10X Pure Gold Super 1000, any of those things, buy it as a pack under your family member. What happens? You get the pack bonus, plus you get some team pay. So this is a way to really get an additional discount on your pack, all right? $50, $100, $200, depending on what kind of pack you're buying under your family member. But here's the key, number four, follow up with every one of your personals and teach them to do what you are doing, okay? You want your personals buying pack. Who gets the bonus? You do, okay? And when they have family members buying discounted packs under them, who gets the team pay? You do, okay? So when you do this, what happens? Your sales volume, your pack bonuses, and your team pay will explode. If you want to build this business fast, use the pack strategy. What's our weekly progress this week? We signed up 118 new members. I still want to see that number go higher. 6 of those came in for free by mail. Our 31-day team sales volume as of this morning, 48,459. We're still trying to go over that 50K. Our weekly team sales volume so far, $9,032. We sold this week 1 platinum, 1 gold, and 1 silver pack. Our total members, 45,165. Of course, if you're new, you're saying, "Oh gosh, we have that many members. Why aren't our sales higher?" That's because a whole lot of those people are inactive. They joined, they never did anything. Okay, they can come back. We have people who joined 2 years ago who want to come back and get started again. And the good news is they can. They probably even have some people in the matrix below them. So if they just get active and enroll one active member, they can get matrix pay. Okay, postal profit system, our mass letter mailing system. We sent out 48 info packs this week as our latest mass mailing started to hit. We sent out 12 follow-up info packs from those a month ago who didn't join yet. We had 5 auto ship signups, so it was a great week for postal profit system. All right, a few updates and training. Just another reminder, the postcard special for February and March, 1,500 names and cards for only $99. That is a heck of a deal. It's normally $125. We've had, in fact, I'm sending out 2 of those tomorrow. Okay, so we have people taking advantage of that deal. All right, so just a reminder, you only have a couple more weeks left in March to take advantage of that. Get your orders in. The postcard recording, that's the phone number that's on the postcard, has been updated. Several people have contacted me and say, that recording is really out of date. It talks about something else, and we're mailing out coffee postcards. So you need to update it. Well, I did update it. You can call the number and check it out for yourself if you want. But the recording is new, and people who dial the number will get the new recording now. The third thing, a reminder again, I believe that the best sample you can send out with your welcome letter, the welcome letter doesn't say you're getting a sample, but it's a good idea, in my opinion, to include a soft coffee sample in a welcome letter to your new members. That puts a product in their hand and makes it more likely that they will order that product or some product. Finally, I want to talk a little bit about the traffic test that I've been running and that I'm continuing to run, because one of the things I'm exploring is some kind of way that makes sense in terms of return to get online traffic. Okay, and this is going to continue in the future as we find better ways to send traffic to websites. We have a new sample website. If you haven't seen it, look in your back office at your various websites. Actually, there are 2 sample websites that imply that you can join for free and you might get a sample. It leaves that question a little bit open because what you're supposed to do is qualify your new member and see if they're serious before you send them a sample. And people who are using the marketing system are actually, having the company send out samples for them. And you can do that. I don't want to go through all the details of how you do that. The training is available in the company webinars and recordings and so on. But I'm doing my own traffic test, so I want to give you some results now. During the March 1 to 3 time frame, I bought 1,000 clicks from homebusinessclicks.com, which is a website operated by Home Business Advertiser and my friend Bobby Schwartz. Bobby was sure that I wouldn't get any response because I didn't have a capture page. I just had the sample page. But the sample page is very persuasive and it does convert. And the bad news is that this did not work, at least that time, with my rotator. I sent the traffic to my rotator, but all the clicks ended up going to my personal page. I think we have fixed that. We're going to see this next week. But I got 77 new personally enrolled people. All right. Well, that's the good news. That's a lot of folks. That's almost 8% response. Okay. And that's pretty good. So, as of today, most of those people are still on the email list. They haven't unsubscribed. Every one of them, okay, as of today, none of them, not a single one, has ordered product, gotten on the auto ship, anything. All of them were sent coffee samples by mail during March the 3rd or the 5th. Some went out on the 3rd, some went out on the 5th. So those coffee samples should have hit sometime during this past week. Okay. None of those people have called me on the phone. I do give them my phone number. They're personal enrollee. None of them have contacted me by email. Okay. So here's the thing. I want everybody to understand. Yes, you can go by clicks somewhere, and these were pretty good clicks. Okay. Of the 77, 76 had verifiable mailing addresses. Okay. So it looks like they're actual real people. That's the good news. A lot of times when you buy clicks, you get real garbage. And you will pay between 80 cents and $1.25 for these clicks, okay? If you're paying less than that, you're probably getting garbage, because it's about $1 per click for good clicks, okay? Now, I'm going to continue this experiment, this test, and that comes back to advertising is always a matter of testing and retesting, because you can never improve your advertising if you don't do proper testing. So, what am I going to do next? That should say we'll try texting new members, not testing. I have the marketing system, so I can send them texts. I'm also going to run another smaller test, probably 250, not 1,000, because I want to, first of all, I want to see if we have fixed the problem and I can get those 250 to go to my rotator, which is where I want them to go. And then I'm going to try to see if, what kind of results we get from that. The other problem with these clicks, by the way, is they all come within a few days. They're not spread out over the month. So if I can get it to work, I'll order 250 maybe every week or every other week to try to see, if we can spread them out over the month. I prefer to have new members coming in every week, not just one day of the month. So I'm going to try following up with these new members by text to see if I can get them to engage with me, even get them on the phone, that kind of thing. See, kind of where they are. Do they really want to build a business? All of them responded to an online ad that said they were interested in some type of home business. So we'll be working on that. Okay. A couple of reminders. Very important to listen to the CTFO corporate webinars. They are at 9 p.m. Eastern on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Remember, 9 p.m. Eastern. If you go to ctfowebinar.com at the right time, what you'll see is it'll say, you know, you want the Tuesday or Thursday webinar, I think, if I remember right. There's also a link that's sent out by email, usually the day of or the day before the webinar, so you can click on that link as well. But this is about a 20 to 30 minute presentation by Stu Finger or David D'Arcangelo or Michael Kahn or sometimes Mike Swilling, either as a business opportunity presentation on Tuesdays or a product presentation on Thursdays. Those are important if you want more information about the company and the products. Secondly, my friend Mike Swilling, my personal enroller, holds his legacy team call at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on Thursdays. That number to call is 319-527-2973. Mike also does this as a Facebook Live presentation at the same time. If you're promoting by word of mouth, Mike Swilling is probably the best guy to listen to. Okay, that's how Mike promotes his business. He and I have known each other for about 15 years. He respects what I do by mail and other ways, but he is more of a word of mouth guy. He's an old school network marketing kind of guy. Okay, if you're promoting by word of mouth, you need to listen to Mike. He's as good as they come. Okay. All right. I do have a story this week. Some of you may have heard that one of our leaders and top distributors, Mr. Silas King, passed away this week. I believe he got COVID, but I'm not sure exactly what happened. I know he was hospitalized several weeks ago, and then all of a sudden the guy was gone. Okay, very sad, but Silas came to us just about 6 months ago. He was one of the biggest distributors in a company called Organo Gold, which you may know was a coffee company. It went out of business. And Silas was one of the movers and shakers that helped us bring coffee to CTFO. Okay. He made vice president in like his first month and was building a great team, a great guy. I've seen him on the webinar and so on, interviewed by Stu. Just a fantastic guy, but unfortunately, we're all very sad that Silas passed away. And, you know, I've lost a son and a brother in my lifetime, and I can tell you that as sad as that is, it's a grim reminder that we're not guaranteed tomorrow or next week or next month or anything. It's a reminder that life is short, okay? It's a reminder that if you're going to do this, the only time you have is now, okay? The only time any of us have is now. So remember that your clock should not have the numbers around it. Every one of those positions on your clock should say now. Have a great week, folks. Dr. Dick signing off.